The thing about morally bankrupt people is by the time you peep their behavior, it is very unlikely that it is their first time. It's more likely that it's their 300th. So the question becomes, do they get what's coming to them? And I don't believe in karma per se, but I do believe that the chickens come home to roost. I feel like a lot of morally gray people transition into that behavior over time. I do feel like a lot of these people that are morally bankrupt have friends. Everyone doesn't hate them. Bad people aren't bad with everyone. They pick and choose, and they're not always triggered by everyone. Your friends, they're not really triggering you. But for some reason, when they get dysregulated, when they have a perceived threat, when they have a perceived disrespect, they allow themselves to behave in worse and worse ways. So by the time they do something bad, they don't think it's as bad as it actually is. Because they do this all the time. And they get away with the little stuff, and people let them. For whatever reason, I'm going to take the high road. I feel like people aren't going to believe me. I feel like people aren't going to care. But eventually, they wrong the wrong person who has more power than them and says, I'm not going to let this go. In fact, I'm going to drag it. And it is this very entitled, this feels like a level 1 offense, and I should get a level 1 consequence. But how many people did you do this level 1 offense to? Is it 10? Is it 20? And that one person is going to make up for all of them. Some people really try to get away with murder, and they say, I could treat you however, because I've always treated people however. You picked the wrong one today. And you don't always see things play out. But cruel people forget their baseline. They lose touch with their humanity. They permit themselves to behave this way more and more frequently. And this mask, it slips. This becomes who they are. What started off as a one-time mistake is now their character. And then they learn what consequences are, and then they're so sorry, and they wish they changed all along the way. The truth is, you weren't reflecting enough on trying to be a good person all along the way. You've lost the thread of decency. People forget that you are a good person for yourself first and for other people second, and it's just important to be a good person at baseline. Being virtuous, atoning for your sins, apologizing, doing the right thing. No one is exempt from the consequences of not doing those things. And you can avoid it, and you can feel like you got away with it all you want, but life is funny. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. So if somebody wrongs you, wait a minute. Before you act, try to keep your side of the street clean, and you don't know. While waiting, it might take care of itself.